This is a special Matterhorn Matt announcement. Welcome to the Matterhorn Matt channel. Just 2 short years ago, this place was no more than an inkling of a dream born from a love of Disney storytelling and a passion to share its rich history. In Matt's own words, he has said, quote, "I started my channel to give me an outlet so I could focus all my Disney energy in one spot. I felt like I had a lot to bring to the table. I wanted to learn more about the parks and spread the knowledge that I learned when making each video." On August 4th, 2017, this dream became a reality. The Matterhorn Matt channel was born. This is Historyland, the thriving centerpiece of the Matterhorn Matt channel. It is the channel's heart and soul, its central hub from which all other shows and series sprawl out and multiply. What started as a casual show, telling the trivia-based histories of extinct and failed Disney park concepts, has grown into a larger series telling Disney park history with a high standard of quality and with story guiding its many topics. During Volume 2, Matt and his team realized the power in sharing Disney history with a personal point of view. They learned that information is nothing without a point, and that history is nothing without perspective. With Volume 3, they followed through on those newly discovered impulses and expanded the show's form. They included music to underscore story elements, and visually created a more cinematic and sophisticated experience. Now, Historyland has become a show less about listing trivial facts and more about telling a story of artists discovering their voices and collaborating together to create iconic pieces of art that have informed the collective popular culture today. Though viewership growth has been gradual, the response from audiences both old and new speaks for itself. It is time now to explore new creative impulses, and this film will not only introduce the next phase of Historyland, but an overall vision for the channel's future. And here now to tell you all about it is Matterhorn Matt.
Welcome to a little bit of Disney's past here in the present. My team and I are in the early stages of developing some exciting new projects that we hope will challenge the form and serve as a beacon for the entire Disney fan community. We are hard at work every day building a place for all of us to gather, learn, and discuss. Now, this film is meant to keep you up to date on our ambitious new Historyland project. But before I go into any of the details, I want to say just a word about what our channel will look like in the coming months. This is our map of future things to come. It's an exciting outline of the many projects we have planned in these next stages of growth for our little channel. If you look closely, you may see some familiar names, but I'm sure you're also wondering about all these unfamiliar things here that we have in store. Now, the prologue of this film told you some of the philosophy behind what has guided our channel from the very beginning, and how Historyland has always been the foundation of the type of content we seek to produce here on Matterhorn Matt. But we also have a few new projects that we are excited to share with you all. The first is a new series which we call Journey Through Animation. In this series, my friend and collaborator Jeremy and I will provide commentary and reviews of all of Disney's feature-length animated films, starting from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs all the way to the present day. And we hope to provide an overall context to Walt Disney's place in the evolution of the motion picture arts, and how his company's contributions have affected the present and the future of the film industry. The next is an experimental sonic adventure through time. We call it Memory Voyage. Through a creative demonstration in immersive sound, we invite audiences to close their eyes and step back in time to experience Disney park attractions at any particular moment in history. Imagine experiencing Pirates of the Caribbean in its opening season or any other beloved Disney attraction in its prime. On our memory voyage, these wistful wishes will become reality, presented in three-dimensional matter sound. Much of everything else will remain exactly the same how you know it to be today. The Matterhorn Mondays podcast will always remain a weekly discussion on the current Disney-related news, and Alex the historian and I will continue to build the show's form. But the most exciting, and by far the most important part of the Matterhorn Matt channel, in fact the heart of everything we'll be doing in the future, is Historyland. Historyland will take its cue from Walt Disney's desire to educate and inform through entertainment itself. We believe Disney history should be presented through the lens of a compelling historical narrative that is entertaining, captivating, and informative. We also believe that Disney news and commentary should set a higher example for discourse throughout the fan community. We strive to be a beacon for civil and intelligent conversation regarding theme park criticism. We must challenge ourselves to create an environment in which we seek to discuss and analyze theme parks in an informative manner, so that together we can, despite our different opinions, reach a shared goal of establishing theme park history and design as a significant cultural contribution in art form. It is our hope that this channel can be a model for the environment and the center for that discourse. We don't presume to know all the answers. In fact, we're counting on the support of our growing audience to help us back the ideas we wish to explore. Well, that's the basic philosophy behind the Matterhorn Matt channel. By now, I'm sure you're all wondering what our new Historyland will look, feel, and even sound like. So in the next few minutes, we're going to go into detail about some of our early concepts and artwork. All of what we have to share here is still just the beginning, and with that in mind, let's have a look.
Like a geographic destination on a map, Historyland represents a specific location in space, a metropolis filled with the hustle and bustle of the past, present, and future. It is not a physical place, however, but an idea visited in one's imagination. Historyland will be a new kind of series, demonstrating to the public that Disney history need not only be told through the mythic perspective of one man, but of all the men and women who inspired Walt Disney to challenge the arts, sciences, and civic life of the modern world. Our new Historyland will be presented in layers, intersecting and weaving throughout each other to form a unique and thorough look at Disney's place in history and where it stands today. To demonstrate, think of Historyland as its own city within the Matterhorn Matt community. The modern city is designed based on the basic human need to travel from point A to point B with convenience and efficiency. Over time, a city develops many streets and avenues, each destined to intersect at any given location on its grid-like system. Of course, history is not as efficient nor convenient, and Historyland will strive to explore the ever-moving, ever-changing intersections in Disney's rich history. Of course, Historyland isn't as difficult to understand as all that makes it out to be. Let's take a look at what our map of Historyland entails. As you can probably see, Historyland has more to offer than ever before, filled with new and exciting destinations to experience Disney history firsthand. The Animation Station, Destination Land, and the Imagineer Frontier. Each week on our voyage into Historyland, viewers will visit each of these unique places, each representing a point of intersection in the sprawling, detailed, and complex image of the Disney history we'd like to share. Let's take a closer look at what each of these unique lands will hold for our viewers. The first is the Animation Station. The foundation of the Walt Disney Company, cartoons as a sophisticated art form was one of the first of Walt Disney's major contributions to American culture. From Oswald the Lucky Rabbit to Beauty and the Beast and beyond, Disney animation has consistently challenged the form and evolved with the times. With each visit to the Animation Station, we will tackle a new chapter in the history of the Walt Disney Studios from its origins to today. It will serve as a constant reminder that animation and cinema is the bedrock of Disney. The invention of the theme park remains a relevant part of the American popular culture. But what exactly is a theme park? And what is the Disney theme show? And where was this new entertainment medium headed? Well, with each journey into Destination Land, we will experience the history of each of the great Disney theme parks. From Anaheim to Shanghai, it will cover a broad range of topics, from the creation of the iconic attractions to the stories of how the teams of great artists invented, refined, and pushed the limits of a new art form. No Disney experience, whether it be a film or a theme park attraction, would exist without the individual artists who honed their craft and created some of the most revered and iconic pieces of art of all time. The Imagineer Frontier will serve as a celebration of some of the great artists who defined Disney. With each visit, we will explore the lives of some of Disney's greatest minds from birth to the present. Artists we plan on covering are Mary Blair, Ward Kimball, John Hench, Mark Davis, as well as many others. The Imagineer Frontier will serve as a reminder that Disney films and parks weren't crafted by just one man alone, but by hundreds of talented artists leaving their own artistic stamp on our culture. Of course, all of these lands intersect at one point or another to form a cohesive, well-rounded, and one-of-a-kind look at Disney history. So this is Historyland, the heart of the Matterhorn Matte channel, an ever-flowing network of the past, present, and future, a celebration of the arts and sciences, and a living model of how we can all share Disney history together. We hope our goals align with Disney's greatest fans and also inspire those who are hungry to learn something new. With all of your passionate support, we will one day be able to create a community filled with curious minds and vibrant energy that will empower the creativity in us all. But where do we go from here? Why, to the drawing board, of course. And there's a lot of work to be done. And now, here again, is Matterhorn Matte.
That's the starting point for the future of our channel. I believe we can create a community that will inspire all kinds of Disney fans. And I'm sure our little channel can influence the way we share Disney history for years to come. It's an exciting challenge, and speaking for myself and my team, we're ready to go right now.